So, here we go. So, Xbox has finally announced its big showcase event for the summer. The Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, taking place on Sunday, June 12th. Xbox fans have been salivating at the prospect of the event, and a lot is riding on it, just like a lot was riding on Xbox's showcase last year. But the pressure has mounted up. So what does Xbox have to do to deliver what will be considered a successful show? Well, in this video, I'll discuss that, so come vibe with me as we listen to some dark tunes and get a little bit saucy. Notice the name of the show, the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase. Whilst Bethesda is owned by Microsoft, Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda publish their titles independently. What does that mean? Well, lots of goodness, because there's a lot for both Bethesda and Xbox Game Studios to show off. Let's start with Bethesda. The big one is Starfield. So much is riding on this, and Todd Howard and company, whilst exuding a lot of confidence in their vidocs, have shown off very little for the game. Just recently, we've had an alleged former Bethesda employee leak some information about the game, not all of it positive. He criticized the flight mechanics in the game in its current state and described the game engine as a piece of crap, but stated that lighting had improved and that Starfield is looking like a good-looking game. Thing is, Bethesda's RPGs aren't typical visual heavyweights, and I don't think many are expecting Starfield to knock their socks off here as far as graphics are concerned. But the art style is key in this NASA punk universe. The scope of the game is what matters most, and with a title that's been in the works for 25 years, it's that scope that really needs to blow us away. Expect Starfield to be the highlight of the show. At the end of the day, it has to come out looking strong. No ifs, no buts. Particularly as this is Xbox's most promising title. Redfall gameplay has to be shown off. It's frankly ridiculous that the game has been actively advertised by Microsoft immediately after the CGI trailer was revealed last year. There have been loads of rumors circulating that Redfall will be delayed from its summer 2022 release. But it would be good to get a solid release date for this summer, because in typical Xbox fashion, its first-party exclusives are all weighted towards the bloody end of the year. It's time to spread that goodness, and I hope Redfall looks and plays great. A next-gen only 4-player first-party co-op game on Xbox Game Pass this summer will do wonders for the optics of Xbox. Indiana Jones by Machine Games. Now this would be a good title to show off. Starfield is an RPG, Redfall is a co-op open world shooter, and if Indiana Jones is a third-person action adventure game, as it should be, then the variety of games is already amazing from Bethesda alone. If Indiana Jones is exclusive and not subject to the pre-existing contractual obligations that may have arisen before the Xbox acquisition of ZeniMax, that alone is a huge announcement and a positive point in Xbox's camp. Xbox needs a visually impressive third-person action-adventure game, and whilst Hellblade 2 Senua's Sacrifice looks amazing, I just don't think it's enough on its own as far as this gen is concerned. Speaking of Hellblade 2, can you please show us some longer gameplay? And a release date, for God's sake, man. It's been 2.5 years since the game was revealed, and all we've had is a very tightly controlled and scripted gameplay segment. We need to see all the hard work and strides made in the combat for the game. Come on, Ninja Theory. Just do it. Forza Motorsport. Well, now that Gran Turismo 7 has shit the bed. Well, it hasn't, but you know. All eyes are on Turn 10's latest beast. It's been a while since we've seen the motorsport iteration, and the feeling is quite clear. Turn 10 mean business this time round. They've gone back to the drawing board. I'm thinking this one should be releasing this year and should finally get some in-depth gameplay and a bloody release date. Would be nice to finally see some ray tracing in an Xbox Series exclusive, and hopefully not just in a replay mode. Fable. Give us some Fable action, man. Do you know how limiting it is just to keep using the same bloody footage of this fairy circling around the plant the whole time? Give us something, man. Playground Games, you've been working on this for a while. We need to see this thing in action. Come on. I have a feeling this won't be shown off for a while, though, because it might just be a ways yet. I'm thinking 2024 even, but who knows? Playground Games are one of the few studios that have earned the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. State of Decay 3. Now, as I said in my last video, Phil Spencer has played State of Decay 3 and has chimed in about how good it is. Yeah, of course he's going to say that. But from that, I glean there is something to show. It would actually go a long way in dispelling some of the concerns about the development of that game. Avowed. Jez Corden of Windows Central has already seen glimpses of the work in progress for Avowed, where he detailed some of the combat stuff. Surely this is now ready to show off. Come on, Obsidian. It's been a year. Grounded is a nice appetizer, but we need to see your mains. Perfect dog. Yeah, right. They ain't showing that shit. If they show gameplay, I mean proper gameplay for the above titles, I think that spells out a good show. I know Xbox has taken the piss with how long it has stalled to show gameplay for its exclusives, but these aren't minor titles, man. They're pretty weighty. They have some halash, whatever that means, but do expect some surprises and new announcements too. It just so happens that recently there have been murmurs of, check this out, a Star Wars Mandalorian MMO for Xbox. Can you imagine if that got revealed? Hey man, PlayStation has had Wolverine and Spider-Man. Everything is fair game now. The Coalition have just confirmed that they're working on a new IP as well, possibly, and in my opinion, thankfully, putting Gears of War to rest for a little bit. Surely they have something to show, no? Unless these Microsoft game studios have been asleep at the wheel, this event should be a very strong one. No more COVID excuses. Don't do a 343 on us. That will not stand. We need to see gameplay. And I think Xbox are set to have a very strong show. They've committed to the same dates as they would have if E3 would have happened. I think Xbox is desperate to show off all that goodness, especially now that it's a market leader in this quarter in many regions. Momentum is key. I don't want to see any excuses, and I'm sure neither do you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Will Xbox actually smash it out the park? If you enjoyed this format of the video, let me know. I want to do more regular content alongside the source. A little dab here and there to spread my obnoxious juices okay. If you haven't registered on Gameondaily.com, what the hell have you been doing, man? Please do it. And until next time, take care and stay.
Until next. What the hell? Wait. What?
Until next time, take care and stay saucy.